Begin Podfix Network transmission in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Yummy and Fearless podcast with the Sidechicks, where we offer our side of the issues. Thank you so much for listening. Please follow us at Yummy Fearless on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and even Pinterest, where you'll find additional content from today's show. You can also listen to us on Apple iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, and Spotify. Please rate, like, review, subscribe, and share. And if no one else has told you today, we love you. Now let's get into the show.
So who else?
Okay. You know the rapper Common.
Oh yeah.
Who is now with Jennifer.
Yeah.
What's her last name?
Jennifer Hudson.
Jennifer Hudson. She has a talk show. But he's dated everyone.
Everyone. He has spread it, dropped it low and spread it wide.
Oh my gosh. Everybody done
I
did
date
that. I would absolutely not date him. I'd ride that face.
Yeah,
that's about it.
I think he's got a sexy thing happening. He's got sexy. He's got BDE to me.
Something's wrong with Common.
What's wrong with Common?
Something. He is a serial
dater
in a weird.
He's looking for the one. He's looking for the one.
He's not looking for the one. Like, he's a notorious love bomber.
Who has he dated? Name the people he's dated.
Serena Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Erykah Badu.
He dated Taraji?
Yes, and he was in very serious relationships with all these people. Angela, she's the political commentator.
Angela Rye.
Mm-hmm.
He dated a white chick too, I think.
Yeah.
Who was it?
I don't know. There are others, but I
know he dated Angela. Yeah.
Yeah, like serious. So he has a what's her name? Tiffany Haddish.
That one never sat well with me.
Well, by that point, I think everybody knew Common had a fucking problem. For real. Like
what the hell is going on here? Yeah, there's some explaining you got to do.
It's like, come on. Like, and it's for real. Like, because people like warned her. And she said this. But everybody knew by that point for sure that Common had a fucking problem.
When he dated Tiffany?
By that point, it was a generally understood fact that Common had a problem. Yeah, and that you should not take this motherfucker seriously.
Not if you date Tiffany Haddish. I'm sorry.
That's the thing. Like, if you can seem like the crazy one, and I mean, I'm not gonna play her like that, you know, but everybody knew, don't take Common seriously. Like, he's notorious for these getting into like serious relationships with women, love bombing them.
What does love bombing mean?
Like, intensely focusing on them.
What's so bad about that? That's what these women want.
But it's not real. Then it's like, I don't know, like, and men do this. It's like he gets a kick out of that initial the rush of that initial phase of love. And then once the newness is done, then he drops them.
Oh, he drops them.
Yeah, he'll take them up high. Well, how John Legend says, so high. And then he drops them. He has a serious track record of this. And he projects this image of like this super righteous, the black woman sister guy. But in real life, he's a grimy nigga. Like, the way he moves in that way, that is demonstrated. It's demonstrated.
Now, I think that I don't know what the alternative would be, maybe to do things underground. It's just, to me, the only difference between him and every other grimy nigga, rapper, celebrity, athlete, preacher, politician is that he is, you know, it seems like he tries to do the right thing and demonstrate that he has interest and not keep it under wraps, that could be problematic, of course. But what's the difference between him and every other grimy celebrity?
Maybe that is it, that he projects himself to be above it.
I think
Maybe
they all
that's it.
do. I mean, for the most part, they all, until you hear that somebody stomped their partner or cheated on their partner, whatever, which they all do, it seems. They all project the image of, righteous, piety. Not so much pious, but think of your Denzels, think of your who's the other one? So Denzel, I know for sure, is grimy behind the scenes, and
Huh.
I don't think Sam. I haven't really heard anything about Samuel L. Jackson, but I'm sure he's had some, entanglements in his day every now and again.
Yeah.
But shoot, even the best of them get into these entanglements and act grimy. Shoot,
Yeah.
was it him? It's somebody else. It's another black actor who, maybe it's Will Smith or something. I don't know. Shoot, but just name one. Pick one. I'm sure any of them have that same
propensity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's possible. I just don't trust Common. Like, so like if one of my friends was like, I'm gonna date Common,
yeah,
I'd be like, come over, I'm gonna cook you dinner.
We're gonna talk.
And we're gonna talk. But I mean, but you know what? I mean, your point though does make sense. You probably, of course, should watch anyone. And yeah, that probably is the case, is because Common projects a certain
righteous
image, righteousness, and this but is pretty contrary. I don't know, I guess he just seems to lead good women on.
What good women?
He really
wait what good women?
Taraji.
Okay, Taraji.
Yeah. I mean, she's obviously, like, I don't personally know Taraji.
I like Taraji. She's
cool.
But
she seems like
a
good.
She seems like she all right though. She seemed like she wasn't hurt about that.
Right, in that regard. Serena. I mean, like,
Serena
tried a lot of them niggas.
Serena, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Serena has to have some experience too,
Yeah, she ended up, not to say she ended up with her husband, but I do, if I remember correctly, she was trying to have a life partner with a black man. She was attempting that, just like Zendaya was. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of Drake, I mean, even Serena even tried Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was attempting. And again, not to say she ended up with her husband. I'm sure that's she loves him, and that's
not to mention he's a millionaire. But
yeah, listen,
the worst things to end up with. But
he gets B, C, D, F, all of that.
Yeah.
So, but Common too.
But Common, I get your point about Common. I don't think that he is, like, I don't know if I would take him serious. Like, if Common was like, hey, what's up, Dark Venus? I wanna let's go out on some dates and I want to show you off. I would not take him seriously. No, I would not.
Yeah. It's kind of like your track record. So, like, I guess I've lived long enough to know that there's nothing wrong with a bunch of other women. If you make it to this stage of life and you just got to me, chances are it's not because there was anything wrong with not every motherfucking body else. Not when you have access to the levels of women that someone like him has. Not to say that there's necessarily like better women at that income level. I'm just saying that someone like him gets to fish at my level, his level. Angela, just look at it. Angela, he's in the sporting, politics, actors, musicians. That's all I'm saying. Is that
that's true. I can agree with that.
So someone like him, by the time he's in his 50s, you're not convincing me that there was something wrong with all of these women and you just got to me. So you'd have to tell me that you weren't interested yet. That's how old I am. That's all I'm saying.
I get that. I get that. But it could be that they weren't you. They just weren't you. So I mean, if he's
I
waiting
am
for the right
special.
one, and then I know I know you ride for Tiffany, but I thought that was a little bit not in his. I didn't think Tiffany Haddish was in his league. I'm sorry. I
I
thought that she was like not on his level.
I didn't think it was a good mix. Not so much for even her being in his league. I just didn't think personality wise.
I see some personality. I could kind of get. I'm like, she's a comedian. Who doesn't like somebody to make them laugh? That part, I'm like, well, maybe she makes them laugh, and that's why there's an appeal there. But just as
But
far as her as a person, to me, she's just like, she leaves something to be desired. Like, she does not seem that. And of course, I don't know this lady. I don't know this lady at all. I
yeah,
just know her public persona, which doesn't appeal to me.
especially of late, I
Yeah,
mean, she's going through a lot, or whatever,
Miss
but
Jewish bat mitzvah.
yeah,
Try to get a Jewish lady.
it's a lot. It's a lot.
All right.
But I didn't see him riding with her. And he didn't.
So comment, what are we giving him?
So, but I would think he's probably I think he's average in bed.
I would agree with that. I'll give him
not
average.
horrible or anything, but I mean he the type of dude, he type motherfucker like he gonna make love to your mind.
Which is worth a lot. Hello.
I mean,
it's worth a lot to me.
It's cool. It's cool. I don't know how old I would be to really give a fuck. Like, I don't know, for real.
My age, because no. Yeah, I don't
know.
That's what you make love to, as far as I'm concerned. You got to make love to my mind, and that's worth something to me, but not with Common. Common gets an A for average. All right, let's go to someone else.
I would look at that like, nigga.
That ain't gonna do it, boo. What that mouth do?
Not you. Lay down. I need to sit on it. Anyway, okay. So let's do Andy Cohen from the
Andy
Bravo
Cohen.
Network.
Let's see. I wonder if Andy Cohen.
Now, Andy Cohen is gay.
Is gay, yeah.
But he is in the news recently because Brandy Glanville, I believe, she's one of the housewives of Beverly Hills. I don't know if she's suing him, but for sexual harassment.
Oh,
because he tried to have sex with her.
Andy, are you fronting like you're gay?
So I am so confused because Andy is gay.
I shoot my shot with him. Yeah,
but Andy is hardcore gay.
Like he's like Anderson Cooper gay.
That's his boy.
I know.
What the fuck?
Andy and Anderson.
So how do you? I don't know. Perhaps that's another show. But I mean, not that I don't know that he exactly admitted to it, but he just kind of like it was an inside joke or something. But they're saying that it was inappropriate because he was basically her supervisor of sorts, and he affected her employment. But he FaceTimed her about having sex, or
Oh, Andy,
don't
take Andy seriously.
But the thing is, I thought he was a gold star gay. Like
card carrying.
So
what would you give him in bed? What do you think he's got working with? I bet he's probably
I think
a C.
He has him coming all the time.
Yeah,
that's
C.
exactly what I was going to give him.
I'll give him a C.
I bet
both sides, no matter which way he's swinging this week.
I don't care. I bet if Andy will fuck you and you're a woman, I bet it's amazing.
Yeah, because he seems really intentional and like he would give a lot of effort and
tuned in.
Yeah. Like
so I don't
do
know.
it well.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Wow.
that should be another. You know
A
what?
rating? Well.
Fuck that.
W.
I'm writing
Well.
that down. Well, W for well. Yeah, I don't know if Andy's a bottom, but that could help if he is. Because doesn't it seem like if you've like taken some dick, you might have a better understanding of like giving some dick?
I'll bet. Is it possible to be a bottom and a top? Can you switch off depending on the mood or something?
Yeah. That's definitely a thing. So if he's either of those, I think that's called being verse. But please do not look to me
Ambidextrous.
for. Hey. All right. LGBTQ community, do not cancel us.
No, that's a compliment. Are you kidding me? Ambidextrous? I mean, you can go both.
Oh, but I think
you
that
can use
has to
either
do with
hand.
handwriting.
You can use either hand. Yeah. It's
But
kind
I
of
don't
like,
think.
yeah.
No. I don't think that's used for taking and receiving.
Okay. All right. Well.
Okay. All right.
Don't cancel us. Okay. I
think you should apologize.
I do apologize.
We get confirmation that it's okay to call. I think it's called being verse.
Okay. See, I'm learning.
But ambidextrous.
I'm learning. Okay.
All right.
Okay. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I'm just learning. I thought that's what it was akin to.
But since you said it, we're gonna roll with it. If Andy Cohen is ambidextrous, then and he knows what it's like to take some dick, then if he could give some, it might be the learning curve, I think, would be smaller.
I have to agree. I'm gonna like I said, I'm gonna give him a solid C, and that is not too shabby.
It is not shabby.
And I want to move on to somebody, and I really want to get your take on this.
Okay.
Katt Williams.
Wow.
I have a theory. I have a theory about Katt, so I want to hear what you got to say about Katt.
This is a tough one. You know what? Katt is an incredibly competent human being.
Go on.
Who appears to excel in whatever he does.
Go on.
So I would be shocked if he isn't at a minimum busting that ass.
Okay, that's what I'm talking. I think Katt Williams is a short man with big dick energy.
Because he has it. He has it because he does not have short man complex.
Not at all. He knows something. He walks around like he knows a little something. He's got a little secret in those pants.
Like he's dragging a baby's arm between his legs. Okay? Okay.
Just saying.
Right. I'm just saying. And that's what's up. Because he does not have a short man complex. And that's the thing about height. It really, if you own your shit, and I guess if you dragging a baby arm between your
Pretty
legs,
much.
then you good. But really, his height is not a factor.
He doesn't seem bothered at all, or deterred, or inhibited at all.
At all. Because he's just, I think like Katt is going to give you that 5-star experience in every way.
5-star experience. We should write that down. Now, this is a quick little pivot as it relates to Katt Williams. So, have you ever been curious enough, or have you ever had your curiosity drive you to get in bed with a man? You don't have to answer this, but this is for the audience. To get in bed with a man because you just had to know. Like, just like, I mean, he's short, but he looks like he's got something happening down there. I gotta know.
He might be thick.
I digress.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let us
So
know. Let us know. Side pieces.
yeah, like yeah, that's wonderful. Okay. I this
Few
one
more. Well, how many
okay.
more do you have?
Um I was thinking we get a few shows out of this.
Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna put some of this. Okay. What about this is interesting because this person's former friend discussed his his penis
Oh
and
shit.
his sex life.
Oh
And it
shit.
was kind of crazy.
Are we talking Diddy and Aaron Hall?
Oh Lord, no.
Oh, okay.
But Will Smith,
Who huh?
you didn't hear that?
Wait a minute. Say more words.
Okay. He used to be like his assistant or whatever he was from Philly, this guy, but he wrote a book and he'd been on this like somewhat of a talking tour. I saw him on two
Mm-hmm.
interviews. And he said that Will Smith had a really small penis.
Oh no.
Yeah, and
I
he
thought
said
you were gonna
that
say something else.
what?
I thought you were gonna say the opposite of that. Okay.
No, he said he had a really small penis, which really blew my wig back.
I don't believe that.
And I'm just kind of like, I don't really know why you're sharing that. Like, even if
And
it
how do you
is,
know? Yeah.
I don't know. I just whatever. And then he said that he walked in on Will Smith and Dwayne Martin having
Oh.
sex, and Dwayne was fucking Will Smith in the butt, and he was like he was murdering his asshole.
Oh, that sounds like somebody who watched. Let me get some popcorn here and make sure I see what I think I'm seeing.
I'm just like, why, sir?
He was murdering it,
Why?
really? How do you know?
He said he was he was looking for him, and he walked in.
But you think about it. If you walk in on your girl or your boy or somebody that is not your man, and they're having in the middle of an episode, are you gonna be like, "Damn, he murdering that"? Or are you gonna be like, "Let me get the hell out of here before I have to gouge out my eyes"?
I mean, like, to me, that would be unbelievably traumatic. First off, I mean, I understand it's a trailer or whatever, but it's a work setting. And if my mind is not on sex during work hours in a work. So like if I walk in and see sex, period, I probably need to find a cool place to sit and play, like just in general. So like that's traumatic.
And
Then
woosah,
if it's
yes.
then if it's like two dudes that I didn't know, and like I've never seen two men have sex. One, there's that. Then it's two dudes I know, and they're both married to people I know, and they're having, like that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. But I'm still just kind of like, but like, let's say it did happen. For real though, like, why are you? What's the value? I don't understand why you're sharing it. I legit do not understand why you're sharing it.
Because you are a bitch ass and you don't have a father and you want to be famous and you want some clout.
Yeah, it's almost like I don't even know that it matters whether it's true or not, because it's so beyond the scope of like, and I'm into like God, okay, but like really,
Yeah, you look
I don't know
you don't look
what
good. Doesn't make him look good. It doesn't
it
make me want to
doesn't.
know more. I don't
Not
want to
at
know.
all.
If
Not at
anything,
all.
I'm looking at you sideways because I'm like, how do you if you actually use the words he was murdering it, then I'm
Yeah.
wondering that's like you watching somebody eating chicken and they tearing that chicken up. You just watching like
Right.
I mean, that's something I'm wondering about you. So
Yeah, it's like
I just
I
don't know if
don't.
Will has a I just can't. I just find, well, Will Smith probably has had a lot of experiences, and I'm putting him
Yeah.
in the category with a Drake, in that
Hmm.
he probably just has to show up,
Yeah.
and you know, because he is who he is, and he's been famous a
Right.
long time, rich and
Yep.
famous a long time. Back in the day, he probably had to put in a little bit more effort, but now he probably just has to show up. I don't believe that
Exactly.
he has a small penis. He probably has an
Yeah.
average penis. I don't know. I think he's
Right.
tall. He's kind of tall. Not that that matters, but
Yeah.
just like the being short doesn't matter.
Right.
So tall guys can, you know, struggle with that, with size maybe, but I just didn't never
Hmm.
saw him as being that.
I didn't either. I didn't either. But Will is such a an interesting person, and he seems to have like he has a lot of personality. Like he's such an engaging
Yeah, a lot of
person,
charisma.
a lot of charisma to where and I usually that really isn't enough. You know what I'm saying? But he
Yeah.
literally he's done so much. He's so engaging. He's the type of person he pursues knowledge and experiences to where he has to be just an incredible person to literally be around and to interact with.
I can believe that. That's worth something. That's worth
And
something to
that
me.
is worth something. So he to me strikes me as the type of person where it's an entire experience. You
The
know what I'm
Will
saying?
Smith
Like
experience.
it's an entire experience. Like he seems like,
Like a ride,
you
like a
it's a
amusement park
ride,
ride or
right?
something.
You're gonna
You're
like
gonna laugh, you're
you're
gonna
gonna
cry.
go to India, right? You're gonna go visit some tombs and interact and right. It's an entire experience. Like there's nothing going to be like that. He doesn't strike me as a come over here, let me knock it out and later. That is not the type of man he strikes me as.
I agree
Like,
with you. I agree with
yeah,
you.
so like that's a whole different type of an experience that quite frankly most women don't ever really get to experience.
I 100% agree with you. So I want to retract a bit of what I said about him just having to show up, because the time what we know about Will, based off of what he said and what we know, he is very motivated, very driven.
Right.
Like, this man used to be I think he was an engineering major when he came out of high school. So
Yeah.
no matter what, he's the type of person like Beyonce, in the sense that no matter what they do, they're gonna do it to the fullest. They're gonna do it to the best of their
Right.
ability. So I to your point about it being an experience, I would have to do we have a rating for that? Let's see. It's not a
Uh,
B
I
B
think
C
I think that he may fit in with the 5K experience, the 5-star
five
experience.
star. Yes, 5 star.
Yeah,
Yes.
which
Hey, let me
is
snap my fingers on that.
yeah.
Guys,
Yes.
I
I mean
like
like
that.
that's a whole
Top tier, top
top
shelf,
tier,
man.
yeah, where he's going to, not even, and it doesn't require anything special from him. That's just him. And that's what his life has allotted him to be. You know what I'm saying? It-
Yep.
he's going to, I mean, he's the type of man where I'm sure the women that deal with him probably find themselves whatever we call falling in love. You probably can develop feelings for him probably rather quickly. Even when you think, okay, we all know
Entanglements.
Will won't ever leave Jada. Not for real, for real. And I understand. So here we go. But I can see how you could start up with him thinking you got it and real quick be like, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow.
He seems inspiring. Like, somebody makes you
Yeah.
want to be better, and that's worth
Yeah.
something. That's that 5 star
Absolutely. Yeah.
experience. Now let me tell
Yeah.
you who I heard had a small Willy Wonka.
Who?
50 Cent. 50 Cent is like 25 cent in real life.
Oh,
A dime, maybe.
no,
5 cent.
no. Oh, no, I don't believe
3
that.
pennies. I don't know.
you done took him down to cents. No, I don't believe. I'm a big 50 Cent fan. I don't believe.
And he, that's for the other team occasionally too.
What?
That's what the word is. I believe that 50 Cent probably look at the. We got a lot of muscles. I don't know. Because then I think about Shannon Sharp, right? Shannon Sharp with all the muscles. Like, what do you really work out? I like Shannon Sharp. Like, he's not problematic at all to me.
So, do you think Shannon Sharp bats
No,
for the other team?
I don't. Even though people are adamant that they think he's somebody. One of my friends said that they think that he's gay, but he doesn't want to be. So he's probably bi-curious, but he would maybe he's the type that would never act on it, but he's
But like the only reason this subject has become so popular is because he became more popular.
I agree. But he's been popular for a minute, but it's just that people are
the
mad.
Katt Williams. Yeah, it's like that. It's the haters, the Katt Williams.
I like Shannon though.
I do. I like Shannon, and I think that he is incredibly talented
and inspiring, man. He comes from humble beginnings, and he's a success story and Southern boy, all of that. So
he's talented. But
I think
when our podcast blow up, people are gonna do that to us.
They're gonna talk shit about us?
Yeah.
What are they gonna say? I can't wait. They're gonna say we got a BBL or something.
Oh, something.
They're gonna say
it's gonna be something.
A crooked eye.
Yeah. They're gonna say people are. That's part of success.
Or that we suck and fuck to get to the top.
And I'm gonna be like,
damn right I did.
Fuck you, and especially you, bitch. But people, but the whole sexuality thing, especially for Black men, is nuts. And the whole thing of homosexuality as an insult, though, is wild.
It is really wild.
It's wild.
And I guess, I understand it. It's like somebody calling you, an Auburn, like a Georgia Bulldog versus, Mississippi State or something. I don't know. It's like, it's an insult because you're not that. Not that,
okay, I guess not that there's anything wrong with it, but it isn't. Well, and I think that what Shannon has been responding to is the intention behind it, which is to be an insult, not that there's an issue with homosexuality,
right.
but it is the intention behind the accusation. But
they're trying to hurt him for whatever reason.
They're trying to hurt him. But I don't know. One thing that I have hated about social media and the internet is that I have been able to see the sassiness of men.
Ooh, sassiness. That's so much in one word.
Yes. But remember, we really did not have access to that in the past. So we didn't really have an awareness of just how catty and sassy men
call it bitch assness.
Straight wholeness. And it's so vile and feminine, even to me.
Very bitch ass. It's. I just want to make the point that the phrase bitch assness was coined by one Sean Puffy Combs,
the king of the irony.
That is so ironic. It's so funny because he literally coined that phrase. But anyways, but yeah, I think you're right. We didn't have access to see all of the cattiness. Men can be catty, man. They can be catty.
They're the worst.
Feminine. You can really tell that. You can sometimes tell that they didn't have boys in their camp to pull their coat and be like, stop that shit.
But they're ridiculous. But it's so gross. I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's just nasty to me. Like, I hate that I kind of know the truth. I wish
But is it the
I
truth
could.
though? Is it the truth? Nothing on social media is the truth. I think somewhere between social media and reality is the truth. Somewhere between. I don't think that any of it is true.
But I do think men are catty, and they are as capable of being gossipy and haters and petty wop and Patti LaBelle.
Wait,
I
so
do.
let me ask you, do you think this is a new phenomenon or you think that we just
I think we did not know.
right, okay. So yeah,
I think
because
yeah,
they've always been this way. They've
they've
always,
always
especially
been
in the
this way.
entertainment industry. Come on.
Yeah,
You
but
kind of
if
got to be a little,
you right, you kind of be like. I mean, I think they always were. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think for sure niggas will. I mean, like when I look back on it, like I remember hearing like bitch ass shit niggas would say in college, but I kind of like, but I didn't have privy to see it in real action, and I kind of looked at it as like individual things. But like for real, like when I take it all in, it was the overall culture. All them niggas was bitch like for real, for real.
ooh.
All them niggas were. They gossiped. Oh, such and such said, you was such, and then like my nigga was like said he saw you in all them niggas was bitches.
Mm.
Even then,
So
we just didn't really like take it all in for what these niggas been bitches.
so let me ask you, how much of that, not to get too deep, but how much of that do you think is human nature versus, some versus feminine because what we interpret as say feminine qualities, feminine energy,
Mhm.
is, or do you think it is influenced by culture? Some things that are feminine type things that we think are feminine in this culture, in certain culture, maybe not as feminine in another culture.
That's
Calling the
true.
police,
That's
pressing
true.
charges and shit like that.
But I tell you what, they think it's whole ass because they pretend like they ain't doing it. So if it was okay, you come out that motherfucking closet.
No,
So you think it's bitch ass yourself.
but that's my point. What we as a culture consider bitch assness or
Mhm.
hoe ass tendencies, don't you think there are some there's some cultural and social psychological reasons for that as opposed to real reasons?
I see what you're saying. Like I see what you're saying. And I may not be capable of looking at it in a deeper way. Thank you for listening. If you like what you heard, review, subscribe, and share. It helps other listeners find us. And don't forget to follow us at Yummy Fearless on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and even Pinterest, where you'll find additional content from today's show and also our highly curated He Can Get It list. As always, you can listen to the Yummy and Fearless podcast with the Sidechicks on Apple iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, and Spotify. And if no one else has told you today, we love you and thank you so much for listening.
You've been listening to a podcast of the Podfix Network. Discover more audible gems like this at podfixnetwork.com. Make sure to catch up-to-the-minute network shenanigans by following @Podfix on Twitter, official_Podfix on Instagram, @Podfix Network on Facebook. And make sure to subscribe to Podfix Presents wherever you choose to find podcasts. The Podfix Network, artist owned and loved.